Hey yo, peace and blessings, blessings and peace. It's the boy Jarmel Reese, and I want to share my experiences with you. If I had to put my life in one word, I would have to say ridiculous, man. From growing up in one of the worst neighborhoods in St. Louis, Missouri, launching a successful music career, recording with some of the top names in the industry, and launching my own clothing line, traveling the world, discovering the power behind yoga and meditation, and how it can heal the mind as well as the body. So tune in to my show, Just a Thought. Follow the story, like the page, subscribe. Let's write the rest of the story that you've always dreamed of. Peace and blessings, blessings and peace. It's the boy Jarmel Reese. See you soon.
Hey, peace and blessings, blessings and peace. It's the boy Jarmel Reese, man. Just wanted to get up this morning and just really just share some words of encouragement. And make sure that man, we got a new community, so you guys can make sure that you want to go and join the community. It's inside of the link. Subscribe, share this information with people who definitely are just like us, or wanting to be able to see things from a different perspective, right? So this morning, just wanted to get up, man, and just give you guys some words of encouragement. Hey, every day isn't going to be the same. And so learning how to be able to really like accept life for what it is, and sometimes that, hey, you might feel like you fall short, but really you're not falling short, you're falling forward. And the one thing about growth, it actually hurts, so you have to be able to learn how to shed things, and you ultimately learn how to be able to go through things. So the journey isn't for you to sit back and actually judge yourself, but it's for you to actually learn how to be able to love yourself and appreciate yourself for even the things that you may see as a downfall. You know what I'm saying? So me in general, I've been going through this 100 days of reprogramming the mind, right? And so it's been a really crazy journey for me, because what I'm learning is that sometimes we'll go back to our old habits because they feel comfortable. And we get so comfortable into our old habits that we don't look at them as they're a problem. We look at them as that's just who we are. And in reality, every day we have the opportunity to be able to change the self-image about how we see ourselves. And instead of taking that perspective of like, hey, look, this may be something of what I am right now, but this isn't who I want to be moving forward. And that's when you learn how to be able to actually take accountability for, hey, you know what? When you're around people that actually aren't growing, you don't have accountability on some levels, because you start comparing yourself to those people. And to get caught up in comparing yourself to people is crazy, because you're ultimately going to lose that game, because you're authentically just you, and it's nobody else that you can actually be here besides yourself. You know what I mean? Because you're here to be able to actually do something, and it's a one-on-one mission. It's not everybody else involved in the mission or in the purpose. It's only you. That's the only person that's actually involved into the purpose. So you have to learn how to be able to actually like take on who you authentically are becoming, no matter what. You know what I mean? And we go through our ups and we go through our downs, man. And sometimes we just get ourselves caught up in judging ourselves, and it's okay to sit back and be like, hey, you know what? Maybe the way that I was doing this may have been wrong. And now I want to look at life from a different perspective and kind of like learn to be able to adjust my thinking according to my environment now, and learning how to be able to get out of the same environments and start getting into new environments. You know what I'm saying? And so, just moving forward, what I'm learning on this 21-day fast for me is to give myself grace, and to not judge myself for something that I may do that I'm like, dang, so I've took a thing where, okay, I'm doing programming, and I took a drink, and then also like took back to even smoke one, what I'm saying? Like, oh man, dang, now I'm falling. I feel like, yo, I'm falling. But at the same time, it's like, what I'm learning is that I don't want to put anything before God, right? And so learning how to not put things before God, like if it takes you off of your element from what it is that you're doing, then it's bad. It's basically bad, and it's deterring you from your actual purpose. And so if you have to get back in line, you have to get back in line, and you have to be like, okay, check this out. This isn't good for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, not that everything has to be viewed as negative, but if it's viewing you off of a path to being able to get to God and get to what it is that you're supposed to be doing here on earth, it's okay to take a pause and to stop and say, you know what? For this amount of time, I'm going to do this. You know what I'm saying? And you actually like stick to it, but don't get so caught up in, if you do take a fall or quote unquote fall, that you're falling forward. You're not falling backwards, because you know at the end of the day, the goal is to be able to get to this place. So ultimately, if you continue to just keep doing what it is that you're doing, you're going to take on the armor of the image of God. And you're going to start being able to walk in that light. And it's going to be just easy for you. No matter what, it's going to just be so easy because you keep going. And that's what I'm learning. Like, you don't fall, you know what I'm saying? You don't fall backwards, you fall forward. And you're supposed to fall forward as many times as you possibly can. You're supposed to keep on doing that until, you know what I'm saying, you're like, okay, I'm at this place, but it's gonna always be the next challenge. It's never gonna be stop, because it's gonna be continuing to be able to go to the next challenge. And that's why it's important to really trust in something and have a foundation in something. You know what I mean? And that's why we start with meditation and start with basically learning how to be able to sit down and quiet the mind, because the mind will have you tricked in believing that you're something that you're probably not. And that even goes to a place of like, hey, you're a bad person. That's not true. There's no such thing as bad people. There are no such thing as bad people. There are people being put in bad situations, and they take on characteristics of negative, bad, because they're in bad environments. But nobody's born here bad. There's no bad babies. You know what I mean? It's only people that teaches these babies these actions. And so we have to take responsibility for those actions that we're ultimately given to our children's children or our grandchildren, and it's continuously growing, because we don't want to break the mindset, and we want to continue on a tradition of negativity, because this is how we grew up. And it's okay to say, hey, you know what, let's stop and kind of pause and think about how we're treating each other. You know what I'm saying? And how we really need to take accountability for our own mental health and the way that we view things. And so learning how to be able to pause, stop, breathe is going to be an important thing moving forward for people. And so I think that if you want to get off into meditation, you should. And we're going to be starting an actual 7-day challenge next week, where, hey, we're going to do 7 days of meditation straight through. And like I said, the community is actually inside of the link if you want to join us, because repairing our relationships and repairing our lives also starts with us being able to accept things the way that they are. And so a lot of us haven't learned how to be able to accept things. And it's okay, because that takes training, and they never teach us that in school. They never teach us how to be able to actually heal ourselves. So we're constantly always on the go, and we catch up with anxiety, which brings on high blood pressure, which brings on diabetes, all these different type of things, because stress is involved into the whole system. And if your nervous system is off whack, then you have an easier chance of getting a dis-ease. So it's all related to each other. And so what the thing is that even when somebody's bringing life into this earth, thing they tell them to do is breathe. That's why they have women taking breath classes to be able to have babies, because ultimately the baby takes on the characteristics of the mother. So if the mother has high anxiety or have high stress levels and high blood pressure and high this, right? What happens is that the baby takes on those same characteristics. And so what that does is that's why you have these babies that we're calling ADHD, because what's happening is that they're being already programmed to breathe while they're in the mother's womb, because the mother is taking on some anxiety. So if the mother has a bad relationship with the father, or they're always going back and forth, so this baby's feeling the same thing, and the babies come out feeling that's what they feel. And so what we have to do is we have to learn how to be able to program that while we're actually here on earth. And so taking in some 7-day classes or whatever, 7 days, the meditation challenge will be next week, and we're going to do that. So I'm just going to do a little breathing beginner. So think you want to do, maybe close your eyes, and then you want to breathe your breath up 5 seconds. Exhale for the same 5. So it's like 5 seconds up, 5 seconds down. So it's again, inhale, exhale. So it teaches us how to just slow down and keeping, everything under composure, learning how to work with the mind. When you're able to work with your mind, you're able to learn how to forgive. You're able to learn how to remove different things out of your life. You're able to accept things actually as they are. And you'll find out a lot of things about yourself when you start really just saying, hey, I need to fix me. I need to cure me. It's not everybody else around me. It has to ultimately end up being you. And it's okay. But most people think we get so caught up in trying to be right that we're wrong most of the time, because life is not about a bunch of yeses. It only takes one yes. You're going to hear no more times than you hear yes. And that's okay, because it doesn't mean that you're a failure. It just means that you're having new experiences. And having new experiences is all a part of life. And if you don't want to have any more experiences, you're going to run back into comfort where you feel like you're smarter at, or where the world will worship you at, instead of learning how to be able to have new relationships and actually really dealing with the things that you may have to deal with. So, man, it's been a pleasure being able to come this morning. Just wanted to really just get on and just, give some words of encouragement this morning. If anybody's going through anything and, you just needed to be able to have words of encouragement, hey, I just wanted to be some light in today's world, So, again, make sure that if you guys want to be able to join us, we got a new community inside of the description that you could be able to join us, man. We look forward to being able to kind of serve you. Like I said, we're going to be doing a 7-day meditation challenge. So that's going to be taking off next week. I'll start putting flyers up on all of the pages, so you could be able to start coming in. And what we're here to be able to do is just be able to help with any kind of stress, depression, whatever, with food, all that different type of stuff, man. We're a community that wants to be able to grow, and also, just be able to give some light to some people and walk through some journeys. So if that sounds like you, man, please make sure that you take our link and hit us up, because we're ready and we're looking forward to be able to get at you. And until the next time, it's your boy Jormel Reese. Peace and blessings and peace. It's the boy Jormel Reese, and I see y'all again maybe next week or maybe this week. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm just tuning in right now, so just seeing how it's going, but we'll be here. You know what I'm saying? Peace and blessings, y'all.
Hey yo, peace and blessings and peace. It's the boy Jormel Reese, and I want to share my experiences with you. If I had to put my life in one word, I would have to say ridiculous, man. From growing up in one of the worst neighborhoods in St. Louis, Missouri, launching a successful music career, recording with some of the top names in the industry, and launching my own clothing line, traveling the world, discovering the power behind yoga and meditation, and how it can heal the mind as well as the body. So tune in to my show, Just a Thought. Follow the story, like the page, subscribe. Let's write the rest of the story that you've always dreamed of. Peace and blessings, blessings and peace. It's the boy Jarmel Reese. See you soon.